Hi again, everyone. I'm Ollie Matthews. This is the Narcissistic Resistance, and this resistance video is sponsored by contribution from Cena, and she's returning. Her last video was baby boomer mothers always looking to upgrade their dick and attention. We were on a baby boomer kick all of a sudden, and here's her story. Hey, Ollie, this is Cena. Thank you for the last video you did for me. You nailed it. My mother was always looking to upgrade her dick and attention. When I was 10 years old, we went on a school trip for 2 days. My mother came with us as a companion. I don't know if that's the right word, like a chaperone probably, companion, chaperone. After that, she told everyone that my teacher wanted to have sex with her. My mother, okay, my mother would go on these school trips. Oh my Christ. Oh my Christ. Oh my Christ. My mother would come do the same thing, would chaperone on school trips. And then after the trips would tell me how she was hotter than everybody else's mother. She had she's the best looking one there. All the men wanted her. That was my mother. That's what my mom dealing with in fucking first and second grade. Asshole. Fucking asshole. What a whore. What a fucking whore. Oh, you sicken me. Once she started a therapy, but after 3 days she left because the therapist wanted to have sex with her. And there are always other similar stories. But now I want to go on with my story at that point where my new dad left us. I was really sad that time because I thought he was the one who really loves me. He often made me laugh, played with me, and built these little playhouses for me. And when he beat me, he always had these good reasons why he did it. He explained me that really calm and fatherly tone until I get it. He protected me from my mother. He went away. And when my little sister and I came back from school, there was so often nothing to eat in our kitchen. We called our mom at work, and she said, I bought a lot, but your brother eaten it all last night. So our standard dinner became spaghetti with nothing or dry oats with nothing. Or we had to wait until she came home in the evening. My brother always heard that he eat too much. He was tall and thin. We all were. He is now 48 and heavily overweight. There is no question why. Right, because when you are deprived of food as a child, okay, you run towards it. You run towards it when you're actually able to access it because it is the one easy soothe. Okay, it's self-satisfaction that you can feed yourself and you can eat and it's satisfying and nobody can taste. It's like instantaneous. We got all our clothes from a secondhand shop where you had to dig in piles of clothes and 1 kilo cost 1 D-mark. But one time, my mother bought me something new, a miniskirt, and when I put it on, she told me how fat I was. Yeah, so you wouldn't ask for it again. Her new boyfriend liked me, and in the morning of the weekends, he allowed me to sleep with him in his bed. Back looking, I find it weird. Okay, seeing is obviously your first language is in English, so there's a little bit of translation. Looking back, I find it weird. He said I had such a cute nose, soft and wider and pointed noses my mother and siblings have. From that on, my brother often called me a N-word nose, and everybody laughed about it. Like I said in my last letter, I was responsible for my sister, but I also had to do a lot of housework. And I had to go with my sister's dog for a walk because the dog was too big and my sister was so small, I had to do it. The first time my mother kicked me with her foot was when I was late for my school bus. The bus drives at 6:30 in the morning and I've only had 5 minutes to catch it. So I couldn't go I said I couldn't go for a walk. She freaked out. She often said she never raised a hand against her kids. No, she only likes to kick me. Oh, so technicality. Well, I've never actually raised a hand to you, but I'll kick the shit out of you, though. It all became worse. I wanted to get away. I was 16 years old when my new dad, when I asked my new dad if I could live with him. We didn't have much contact since he left, but he said yes. The first months were good. The first time in my life I got pocket money. I got a TV and a VHS player. I felt like a princess. But then one night he came home drunken, sat on my bed and tried to touch my breasts, saying, "Let me touch, let me touch." I mean, are there any of these baby boomers that aren't just fucking complete goddamn degenerates? I screamed and fight with all I had until he left my room and I could lock the door. I was up all night waiting for hours until I was sure he had fallen asleep. I packed some stuff and left and never came back. I slept by friends or went to my mother's home after she left the house for work in the morning. In that time, I get in contact with drugs. I took my first line and had immediately that big thought in my mind and that big feeling in my body that I am okay for the first time. I was addicted for about 7 years. The only time when my mother told me that I was really good looking was at the end of 7 years. I was absolutely fucked up. I hadn't slept for days. Can't remember when I have eaten the last time. I was heavily underweight. I laid in bed and couldn't even move. My heart beats so fast, and I know that is the point where I have to make a decision. And then my mother came, my roommate let her in, and she wanted me to go with her on a party. I could barely speak, and I can't, and told her I can't. She said, "Why? You're really good looking today." Of course. Okay? Of course. Cocaine is the baby boomers' spinach. Okay? They love it. They popularized it. They didn't invent it. Obviously, it was before the baby boomers. Starting back in like the 20s. They love it. They can't get enough of it. That fucking drug. They can't get another gift from the baby boomers. Cocaine. No, they didn't invent it. But they sure as fuck popularized it, didn't they? And they sure as fuck drove enough of us onto it. Not me. I never touched the shit, thank God. But it took out my best friend, I'll tell you that. Nearly killed him. Still struggles with it to this day. Oh, they love it. They love it. They love it. They love it, and they love seeing somebody on it. Ooh, coke party. Oh, you're all coked up? Let's party. It's their spinach, like Popeye. Nose spinach. That's all it is. Cocaine is the baby boomers' nose spinach, and they love to be on it, and they love to see you on it. Yeah, you're looking good today. That's why. I hated her so much, this ignorance. She never saw me. She didn't see her own child as one step away from an overdose. So if that doesn't matter for her how I feel, I'd rather feel better. So I left the drugs behind me. The story goes on, but not today. Thank you, Ollie, for giving us narcissist survivors a voice. Best wishes for you and Charlene. I'm sure she didn't like that you left it all behind. If you don't understand nose spinach, it's kind of like Popeye eats his spinach and gets strong. The baby boomer snorts a few lines and then they're fucking invincible. Cocaine is the baby boomer's nose spinach. Another gift another societal gift from the baby boomer, the popularization of cocaine. Thank you, baby boomers. So just remember, when they complain at you, okay, boomer. I hope that helps. Thank you again, Cena, for another contribution and story. I really appreciate it. Thank you to everybody watching. Please leave any opinions or advice in the comment section below. And again, if you want your story read on the channel, you have a topic you'd like me to cover, a narcissist you'd like to expose, you'd like a private video made, or you'd like to sponsor a video like this for someone who needs help and can't afford it, or you'd just like to make a contribution to the channel in general to keep it supported, growing, and successful, because this channel survives 100% on contributions from all of you. Without you, all of this goes away. So if you like what you see here and you want to see more videos like this, you know what to do with the PayPal and email links in the description box. Also, please like and share this video wherever you can. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and be sure to click the subscription bell to be notified of all my video uploads. I'm Ollie Matthews. This has been the Narcissistic Resistance. Take care.